Would you like to learn an advanced YouTube strategy? In this video, I'm going to share with you my multiple location strategy. You're going to love this. You're going to think it's crazy at first, but then you're going to see how you can do this so efficiently. Your filming day will be funner and your videos will come out a lot better. You got to check this out. I'm real excited to share this strategy with you, and I think the best way for you to really understand what I'm doing here is to show you the finished product first. So I'm going to show you a video shot with this multi-location strategy. So you're going to wonder, like, how in the world does Nate do that? It seems like a ton of work. And so then we'll break it down and I'll actually show you how I do it. So here's the example. fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It's altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living rather, that we be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth. Okay, so what did you just see? Okay, a lot happened. We obviously filmed in a lot of locations. Doesn't that seem like a lot of work? I mean, did you notice that I changed my outfit every time? A little secret, I didn't change my outfit all the time, but it seems like a lot of work, right? Why go through all this trouble? I mean, thinking about one episode at a time and filming it like this, yeah, filming one episode would really take all day. It would take forever. And you know me, I'm the master of efficiency, and that would not be very efficient. Oftentimes on YouTube episodes, we'll use this exact same strategy. We might not be changing every line or every half line. It might be every minute or every couple of minutes, but changing locations and changing outfits in an episode can really keep engagement high. It also helps when we deliver our content in bite-sized chunks. And so when I'm in this location, I speak about this part of the topic, or I deliver that point. When I'm ready to move on to the next point, now I'm in this location, different outfit, I'm able to deliver it in bite-sized chunks. There's so many advantages to filming in this way, and I'm excited to show you how you can do this so easily and so efficiently. But before I tell you my secret, go ahead and comment below. Do you think I'm crazy, or do you think this is genius? Not only do I have to go to different locations, but I have to move my C-stand that's got my boom arm microphone. I've got my notes on my music stand right here, so I've got my camera, and I've got my big softbox light here on the C-stand, and I've got to plug it in, and I change my outfits. So there's a lot of effort here. To make this work, you've got to film in batches or film in bulk. Most days, we film 20 episodes in a single day. So for this specific shoot, I'll admit, I'm filming 17 episodes. Okay, normally I film 20 or 21. My record is 36 episodes in a single day. If you're preparing content for videos 10 to 12 minutes in length, then you can start filming at 9, take a nice lunch break at noon or 1, and then be done by 5 p.m. So it's a 9 to 5 filming day. It's a full day, but doing 20 episodes in a day, launching 5 episodes a week, you only have to film once every 4 weeks. Once you've chosen your 20 titles, the biggest job is to actually outline it. Okay, that's harder than filming day. Filming day takes longer, but it's actually more taxing on the mind to outline and prepare what you're going to be talking about. Now I have a standard kind of template that I follow. You can see on my screen here, this has got all my content in there. But if I go all the way down to the bottom, there's some videos that I want to film in the future, like how to get hired as a motivational speaker. We've got the intro, content hooks, the content. This really gets expanded. Engagement, I usually stick somewhere within the content, not at the end. Then you have your call to action. And then I always like to get a separate thumbnail clip to help out my thumbnail team. Okay, so now I'll scroll back up and just show you one of the videos that I have outlined. Let's come to this one. Okay, so what do you need to start a YouTube channel is one of the videos I'm filming today. And before we look at these nifty color things on the side, looking at the content, first I start talking about the phone. And then I talk about light source. I talk about you need a YouTube account. Talk about content and the different types of content there are. This is where I put in some engagement. And then I talk about what is how-to content and the value of that. I talk about the channel name and audience. So I list it off. Notice that there's only 1 or 2 or 3 or so words on each bullet point just to remind me, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about here. This is what I'm going to talk about next. Typically 30 seconds or 2 minutes, somewhere in that range is what each point is going to be. And I'll just list all the different talking points that I have for that video. Because you're an expert and this is your area of expertise, you know this stuff inside and out. You know it like the back of your hand, right? If you really know the back of your hand. You have the question, in this case, what do you need to start a YouTube channel was my question. So I'm like, okay, well, you're going to need this, you're going to need this. So I just listed them all off and I'll take a moment talking about each one. That's the episode. Once you've got your content outlined, now go through all 20. Okay, pick 20 titles and then go through each one and outline all the talking points for each of those videos. Then you've got to decide how many locations you're filming in. Yesterday when we filmed with my client Irvin, we filmed in 5 different locations. Today, let's go up and count. So I put them across the top here. Kitchen, kitchen 2, outdoors, back door, windows, fireplace. Fireplace is what we're doing right now. Cement, front door, bed, swing, and flag. I then copy and paste by color code and name in front of each bullet point where each one is going to film. So one of the first few locations I filmed was the bedroom, and I went through and I just did all of those at once, went down to the next video and filmed that one, and then all my bedroom scene was done. Okay, here's where it makes a lot of sense. Because I've got a big long list of a whole bunch of videos that I'm filming, but only parts of them in each location, when I set up a shot, so right now I've got the kitchen behind me. All 17 of the videos that I'm filming today, right now I'm just going through and I'm only filming the kitchen shots. So I'm not filming complete episodes and then moving on to the next episode, but I'm looking at an episode saying, okay, which ones do I have a kitchen shot? Okay, 2 points. I'll film those 2 points. Then I move to the next video. Oh, no kitchen shots in this one. Then I go to the next one. Oh, we've got 2 kitchen shots for this one. So instead of filming one video in sequence, which would be crazy, to go to this location, get all the lighting set up, that wardrobe change, and the time it takes just to take that one shot, and then moving to the next shot and getting that all set up, and then moving to the next shot, getting that one all set up. Because I'm filming in bulk and I'm filming so many different episodes that once I get this shot set up, I get to take advantage of it and film scenes for lots and lots of different videos. That's called efficiency. Now, just yesterday, I had my client Irvin here, and we actually used this strategy. By the end of the day, he said, Nate, these are going to turn out great. I really am glad that we filmed this way. This is awesome. The videos are going to have so much character to them in that there's so many different scenes. In his case, we chose 5 locations, so we changed the set 5 different times. He changed his outfit, and he stayed energized throughout the whole day. When I filmed this way, I love how the content turns out. It takes a lot more preparation ahead of time. In fact, this strategy becomes more work, and it almost can't work if you don't do your preparation ahead of time. But when you're thoroughly prepared and you just come with your color-coded outline, filming becomes a breeze, right? You're just like, okay, we got the kitchen shot set up, and we'll just go through the whole list. We'll film every shot in the kitchen. Okay, so obviously today is filming day for me, and I'm filming 17 different episodes, and I want to show you my filming checklist. You'll see if I started out in a place that I called Cement. Down in the basement, there's a big unfinished theater room, Cement, and I started there and I got those shots out of the way. Then I went outside. So all the ones that are green here that say outdoors, notice I changed it from a box to an X. So those are all done. I had some bedroom shots in this one. That's a pretty cool bedroom here. And now I'm filming in the kitchen, or I have the kitchen behind me. And now I'm finishing up this part right here. So the first thing that I'm going to convince you of is to film in bulk, to film 20 episodes in a single day. The next thing I've got to convince you of is to prepare everything in advance, so you don't have to prepare a single thing the day of filming. Okay, so if you can do that, then I do recommend filming a multiple location shoot like this, because it makes the day funner, it makes the content way more engaging, it keeps people's engagement, it kind of sets a reset every time there's a scene change. If what I shared in this video wasn't enough, I have a free gift for you. It's called my Influencer Almanac. This is where I catalog and archive and organize all the strategies that I use on YouTube. If you click the link below, you can get access to that for free.